Welcome back to Surviving with Shoeler. This is episode 9, and in this episode, we're gonna finish my starter base. Yeah!
Starter base in the 9th episode. Not much of a starter base, is it?
I hope this guy gets killed in a motorcycle hit and run.
Hey, what the heck?
I hope you like that intro. Statler and Waldorf, the Muppets. But yeah, in this episode, we got a lot on our plate. First of all, we need to put trees all around this entire thing. Second of all, the interior. It needs to be done. And third of all would be the finishing touches, like a pathway leading up to this house and a waterfall that I removed I don't know when. But before we do that, you need to subscribe. This video will not continue unless you already are subscribed or you press the subscribe button. Do it. If you've seen any of my videos before, you're tuning in again. That means you like it. Subscribe. And if you're not sure, keep watching and you will be sure. Also, feel free to leave a like or a comment. That would be greatly appreciated. Woohoo! Sorry, I'm just so energetic today. And let's cool down with a quick Cameo plug. Just a quick reminder that I have a Cameo. Buy a video from me for just about $1. All proceeds go to charity, specifically the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Buy the video through the website, not through the app. It'll save you money. And keep your requests clean. Everything is in the description. Back to Minecraft. What we're doing today is basically a continuation of last episode. And in the last episode, we did a whole lot of work. I mean, we created this entire entrance. This is what it looked like before. And we put in all of these trees, this cave, did the ground, trees everywhere, and just made this area look so beautiful. And now we're gonna keep that beauty coming this way. Without further ado, the first thing we need to do this episode is create hundreds of trees. No! But to do that, I need to quickly collect a whole lot of wood, leaves, nether brick, and mud. To start, I chopped down some mangrove trees, birch trees, spruce trees, azalea trees, and then I realized I didn't have any more iron, so I killed the entire population of iron golems to make shears. After that, I chopped down some dark oak trees, jungle trees, and oak trees. Next, for the mud, I collected a bunch of mud and harvested a whole lot of wheat. Boom, easy. For the nether bricks, I just used my super smelter. This is so inefficient. I lose items every time I use this, and I don't know where they go. I put in 8 stacks of netherrack, and this is what I get back? Where'd the 5 stack come from? Okay, without further ado, let's get building these trees. So for the last week, I was on vacation, and don't ask me where, because I won't tell you, and don't try to trick me, because I am easily deceived. But on this vacation, I was right by a lake in the middle of a forest, and this forest happened to have a lot of the trees that I'm building, such as the aspen tree and the jack pine. So while I was on vacation, I took some of my vacation time and studied these trees and how they grow and what they look like. Some major things that I noted is that aspen trees are far more tall and skinny than I thought. They're not, huge and sprawling. And then for the jack pine, the leaves start way farther up on the tree because I was putting them towards the ground before, but now they're way far up. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Check it out. I'll be honest, I am trying my hardest to be angry right now. This forest, which I will show you in just a sec, took 3 weeks to make. I usually schedule my videos a couple weeks in advance so I have a nice buffer zone. I no longer have that buffer zone anymore. I used it up. So I'm kind of rushing a little bit for this video. But as hard as I'm trying to be angry about how much time this took, I really can't. It just looks so good. I'm excited to be done with it, and I'm just so happy with how it turned out. I think we should just take a breathe in and a breathe out together to really take in the scenery. But yeah, there's 3 variations of trees for each different type of tree. So there's 3 jack pines, 3 aspen trees, so on and so forth. And even though there's so little, you can't really tell. I mean, it just looks like a real forest, and I'm just so happy with it. So this forest isn't technically fully complete. I want to put some trees all along this little edge here and kind of have them go into the village. But I'm going to wait to do that. I'm going to create some more houses and stuff for the villagers kind of on this hill and sloping down into the village. So I'm going to wait to put down some more trees until I have all of those villager houses in. But I don't really think that counts as a starter base, so I'm gonna check forest off our to-do list for finishing this starter base. The next thing on our to-do list is the interior of the house, which is currently very, very, very boring. I also will say I will probably never use this house because this little cave is all that I really need. So I think what I'm gonna do is just stretch my interior decorating chops and just make a house that's not necessarily useful in any way, but one that looks good. I will preface, I'm not great at interiors, and a lot of the things you're gonna see here are probably just gonna be little decorations I found online that I thought looked cool. But yeah, one thing that I do when I'm building interiors is I kind of chop up the place into a variety of rooms. I think it's just way easier to work with a bunch of smaller rooms than one big room because you can put things against the wall and all that kind of stuff. I'm also removing these beams so I can replace them with something a little more elegant. By using these trapdoors and signs, it kind of makes these beams look more like real life beams, but it also looks a whole lot more intentional, like I actually put in effort into these ceilings. I crafted up a whole bunch of beehives so I could use them as the trim to these walls, which is a really small detail, but it looks 100 times better. I'm not really liking this divider, so I'm gonna do a little more detail, and I think that looks a billion times better. For the top floor, I think I'm gonna actually add a wall right here. Not only does it make it so much easier to decorate, but it also just makes the feng shui of this bedroom 1,000 times better. Now that I get it all divided up and stuff, I'm gonna get building. So I already said this, but the reason why this video is a little rushed is because I just went on vacation. And I'm actually going on vacation again tomorrow. I'm going to a water park with my partner Ponka, and it's gonna be so freaking amazing except for the heat wave. So if you don't see an episode next week, just assume that I boiled and evaporated. And hey guys, leave a like if there's a heat wave going on. And there is, so you have to like. If you guys have been watching this series for a little bit, just expect that the projects are going to get a little smaller than they've been. I'll still finish some big things, but it's not exactly possible for me to continue at the same rate that I'm going at. One of the things that actually takes a really long time to figure out is what I'm going to be doing each episode. I have a lot of ideas, but it's hard to kind of get inspired to just go and do one. So guys, if there's something you want to see in this series, leave a comment. I will build your request eventually. Maybe. Maybe. You at least have good odds. Okay-ish odds. Okay, check out the finished interior. Architectural Digest, welcome to my house. Didn't know you guys were coming today. Wish I knew, because I definitely would have cleaned up a little more. So welcome in, here's the mud room. I have a green carpet imported from Tuscany, and it is very soft, very nice, and I just love it. So over here we have some shelving units and some plants and stuff. Yeah, we love to include nature into our house. Yeah. So if you walk over here into the main living room, hey kids, quiet down. We have 3 young ones. They're such a blessing. I'm joking. We have 3 doggos, or as I call them, my fluffy heads. But here's the living room. We have a nice bookshelf, a table, a nice little seat where you can sit down. And of course, we have our deck with some plants and seating so we can look into the forest. Down over here, we have just some more storage and a little place where I can hang up my pants after a long day. And finally, at the up of the stairs, we have some more shelves and plants and another seat. And then here's the master bedroom. Gray bed, candles, shelving units and stuff. It's pretty boring. Okay, what do you guys think? Be honest. Give me criticism on this series, on the base, on my character as a whole. Whatever you want. I hope that tour sufficed because this is going to be our first and final time exiting the house. You know, you never really live in starter bases for too long in your Minecraft worlds, and I think I built the perfect starter base because I will never live in it. Woohoo! And with that done, we can check another thing off the to-do list. Now the final step, finishing touches, is actually the easiest. The 2 big things we need to do is re-add the waterfall right about there, and just make a path up to this house, which I think can just be accomplished with some wood stairs and some minor terraforming. But before I do that, I want to show you some of the small things that I did off camera. The first of which you probably already caught. I put a bunch of coarse dirt and brown concrete powder underneath all of these trees to make this area look a bit more forest-like. You know, having been in forest, this is a little more accurate. Honestly, in real life, you probably wouldn't see as much moss and grass in a forest, but this combination looks good, so whatever. Second off, I actually finished this stream. By that, I mean I gave it somewhere to fly out of. I really like how BOO utilized stained glass in one of his streams, and so I tried the technique out for myself, kind of transitioning it from this color, and I'm pretty proud of it. It looks great. Next, I actually got this suggestion from the one, the only Jude Ames, which is just to put a spore blossom in here for the ambiance, which is just so obvious. I don't know why I didn't think of it myself. So actually, I think I'll claim this as my own. No thank yous to Jude, just thank yous to myself. The final thing is actually the super smelter. You guys already know I've been having problems with this for every single episode since building it, but turns out there was actually just a jam. So I fixed that, and you know, it's smelting on my items now. It's great. It works. So if you want to use my design, which I would not recommend you doing because I'm not good at redstone, but if you want to use it, it works. No worries. Okay, enough putting it off. I just gotta build this waterfall and get this thing done, because I still gotta make a thumbnail. I think I'll have the water come out right here. Maybe like a block or two away. Like right here sounds pretty good. Like these 3 blocks. So I'm just gonna make a simple riverbed, which will lead to nowhere for the time being, and add in some quick water. And there we go. Oh my god, I drowned him. I did not mean to drown him, but he's drowned. He's dead. Oh my god. Well, honestly, that makes it a little easier. Don't have to deal with him anymore. But yeah, there we go. I say that looks pretty good. And it looks pretty good from this angle too. Now to the walkway. Gonna sketch this out with some wood. Got a little pattern started. And then this should be pretty decent. I'm just kind of struggling with this part over here. I think if I kind of curve this and then try and go maybe on the edge of this wall. So I think this could look good if I have this kind of slope up the hill and then turn around and go up here-ish. So I wouldn't say this is too bad. And then we can put some stilts right here to kind of hold this thing up. And there we go. It's pretty simple, but it looks pretty good. It gets the job done. I especially like how it's just a smooth ride all the way up. You know, my thumb is resting, and I'm just turning my right hand. I'm also gonna add some trees real quick. Boom, blammo, magnifique. Mwah. Oh, it is looking amazing. Oh my god. Those trees complete this. Oh my god. And by complete, I mean check it off the checklist. So guys, that's gonna do it for this episode. I really hope that you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe if you did. Remember, I have a cameo. All of the profits are going to charity. And make sure you set your alarms for the 19th of July, because that's when the 10th episode of this series comes out, and we're doing something a little special. But thank you guys so much for watching and for all of the support. It has been unfreaking real. I'll catch you next episode, and bye now.